So right after I got that van coming to the church meeting and so forth, we had it 3 weeks. The light comes on in my dash. Strange looking light. Well, what's that strange looking light? And I got the book out, and it says low tire. I got to look, my front tire's almost flat. Well, something's the matter with that tire. I thought, okay, we have church tonight, and this is 4 o'clock. Now, what am I going to do? Now, so I put air in real quick. I thought, but how long is the air going to stay? Now, if I go down to church, we might have a flat or a blowout going down the road and so forth. What am I going to do? I thought, well, I got to get down to the garage. So I went down to the tire place, and they just closed. He said, but I'll take you in. I took a nail out of it. I had to do what was important. Somebody say amen. Amen. Now, I could have chosen to be willfully ignorant and stupid, and if I had a flat tire or a wreck or killed somebody, guess whose fault it was? Somebody say amen. So what is the Spirit? John 4:24 says God is the Spirit. I want you to turn to Ecclesiastes. Does animals have a spirit?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does animals go to heaven? I know I'm going to see my kitty cat. I know I'm going to see my poodle. I know I'm going to see my parrot. I know I'm going to see my monkey. I know they're going to be in heaven with me. I believe there's going to be animals there. But I don't believe it's going to be our pets. Somebody say no.
I believe they have a mind, will, and emotions. Animals have a mind, will, and emotions.
They do.
And they can be possessed by evil spirits.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes,
guarantee
yes,
it.
yes.
Yes, they can.
Can somebody tell me any place in the Bible where animals were possessed?
The pigs.
Pigs. Somebody say amen. Okay. So somebody read Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 21. Read 2 verses above it, read the whole thing. Somebody?
Microphones. Somebody?
Somebody?
Go, Annabelle.
Somebody?
That microphone there.
Somebody?
Where did you say you wanted, how many verses?
Okay, so start at verse 19. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, start at verse 19. Now, what's going on? Solomon is talking here about all his vanity. All his vanity. So he talks about everything. It's really a good book, a powerful book, a deep book. And he's talking about things happen to the righteous and the unrighteous, and now he's going to be talking about things happen to the animals and so forth like this. We all live, we all die, and this and that and so forth. So just start with verse 18.
I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them. As one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity.
Okay, I'm going to stop it here. I've seen animals die a horrible death. Little fawns up there, I have little fawns, so I've watched these little things die a horrible death, and they have pains of it. They go, die a horrible death. They have feelings. They have pain. They have voice. They can see. And he's talking about, we even as beasts, they die, we're going to die. Come on. So, I don't necessarily like to see an animal die, but it's a point of everything. There's nothing on earth, no man or animal or tree or anything that has lived forever. Somebody say amen. The only thing that lives forever is our spirit. Somebody say amen. Rather than heaven or hell. That's a scary, scary thing. But what about the spirit of an animal? So go ahead and take off your next verse.
All go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust.
Okay, so
again.
how many of you know that when we die, we're all going back to the dust? Ash is ash, it's the dust of dust, that's it. We came into this world without anything, we're going out without anything. Nobody can take something along and so forth. I mean, Pharaoh's tombs and all this and that. And they killed their horses and this and that, put it so they can have them after death. Guess what? They're not riding those horses and all this and that and so forth. They're dead. And they turn back to dust. And when you go in those tombs and do something like, and the pyramids, it is breathtaking. It is so, I can't even describe in other words, if you're not in good health, you're not going in because you're going to die. It's just like you can't really breathe. Okay? So he says, verse 20, all go into one place, all are of the dust, and turn to dust again. Now, isn't that something? It doesn't matter if they put us in a golden casket or whatever. Eventually, we're going to go back to dust. Someone say amen. Go ahead, verse 21.
Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth?
So that proves right here one thing for a fact, that beast, whether it's a cow, or a horse, or an elephant, or a pig, or even a chicken, or whatever, they all have a spirit. How many of you know they all have their own personalities? How many of you know there's certain cats and dogs, they all have their personality? Do you know a chicken has their own personality? A chicken? Do you know parakeets, parrots? Everything has their own personality. I have one devil bird, and we call her Baby. She's 6 years old. And with me, she'll come over to me, you know, and I can pet her and all this and that. And she's just real nice and gentle. But when other people comes in, she'll go way back at the end of the field and so forth, and she will come running as fast as she can and run right into them and hit them and choke like it and scare them half to death. Brandon, you know, old Brandon, she did that to Brandon here the other week, and he's going, no baby, no baby. And she said, stomping her feet at him, so she was just playing, but Brandon thought she was going to kill him. But she was just having a good time. Because she knows that she scares them. Some say, man, she has a personality. She has plans. She has thoughts. She's up to honoring this. Back 3 years ago, every 3 years we have to dart them and put them to sleep and test them. She never darted. So when I talk about darting, you put a dart in a gun, you load it up with this medicine, and you dart it, you get it in that hind quarter. After it's been done to them one time, they smell that gun and so forth, they're going. They learn something so that they can learn a little bit. Baby never had this thing done. And she's always just walking right beside me and walking behind me, trying to get back from her and so forth. And I just kept walking, so finally I run down the ramp like this. She's standing looking at me and I turn around, bang, like this. And this dart hit her in the hind quarter. And she turned around and she looked back at the dart, put her nose at the dart and smelled it. Went to make a couple of steps. The drug took effect immediately, and she started to stagger. She went along, she started to stagger again, and she turned her head around, and she looked right at me, and she went, ah! 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 And she's coming to me.
Like crying.
She's crying. She went, and I run to her, threw my arm around her, and she went, ah! And I laid her down. Well, then we had to test her. Well, all the other deer we test them, reverse them, and they just get up. Like Baby's case, I knew that she would want my attention. She knew something was not right in her life. She needed Daddy to help her.
Oh,
Somebody say amen.
so cute.
So Daddy was there when she started to come out of it. She started moving her head, and I said, come on, baby, I'm here. Daddy's here. Come on, come on. And she got up, and she was fine. Sam would like to say this. They have a personality.
Oh, sure they do.
Come on. When they see me coming, the deer, when all the deer sees me coming, so forth, come in the morning, it's feeding time. And here they come, and guess what they're all doing as they come up? Licking their lips. Why? It's feeding time. They know. Come on. Come on. They know. That black and white cat I have, it sees me coming, and it'll run ahead of me, and lay down and turn over on its back and go. I'll have to stop and tip its belly. Then it's okay. But how do you know? They have a personality. They have a spirit. Are they going to heaven? Well, according to this, or not. So say that. Anybody got any questions? That's what the Bible says here. Who knows the spirit of man that goes upward, and the spirit of the beast that goes downward to the earth? Now, when it says man's spirit's going to go up, explain that to me, somebody. That means everybody goes to heaven, right? Well, it's trapping you.
Well, everybody goes to heaven, but everybody doesn't stay.
They don't stay there.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Right.
Everybody, for those
We've
that
read
don't
those
know,
chick tracts.
every man's going to have to stand before God at the throne of God in heaven. But not every man's going to stay there.
Right.
Okay? The beast, their spirit doesn't go up and he gets judged or whatever. Now, I know this is going to hurt a lot of you animal lovers, but if you make it to heaven, heaven's going to be so wonderful that you're not going to be concerned about your animal. So we say, amen. If God gave you a cat or a dog or whatever it might be and you love that thing, thank God that you had it for when you had it. And if it goes back down to the earth, okay, it had a good time with you. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
Amen. And don't go to none of these psychics that your dog has a message for you.
Right. Don't
Or
go to
take
a
them
psychic.
to people that, if the dog or cat meows, they'll tell you what the cat and dog is saying. I mean, that's a bunch of junk too.
Yeah, they're going into territory of witchcraft and
Right.
spirits.
Somebody, say something. Don't ever just say it. Go ahead.
Microphone.
I know there's a verse, I think it's in Isaiah, because I used to call it like my family verse, because it says the lion will lay down with the wolf.
Yeah.
Because usually the wolf has a bad reputation in the Bible, when they mention the wolf, you know, but it did, I'm not sure exactly what it is. Do you remember the verse I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the verse. Okay, now, let me say something. When does the lion go down in the land? Does that mean when we're in heaven?
Millennial.
There you go. That's where the land came from. The lion will eat grass just like the ox. It tells you all that kind of stuff. The lion will eat grass just like the ox, and the lamb will lay down with the lion.
That's not Isaiah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found it, yeah.
Yeah, read it.
It's Isaiah chapter 65.
Okay, now read, okay, remember what I always try to teach you. Always read enough above it or and below it so you get the full contents of it. A lot of people will take and just read one verse, and people say, well, that don't make sense because it's taken out of context. Somebody say that. People say, well, the Bible says thou shalt not kill. And they just, that's it. I tell you, there was a guy worked for me years ago, and I shot a deer, and he said, I don't want you to ever preach to me no more. He said, you're a hypocrite. I said, why? He said, the Bible says, thou shalt not kill, and we killed that deer. But how many of you know when it says kill, it does not mean just take a life, it means to murder. So we say, man, there's a difference between murder and killing. So I said, how many of you know, if that be the case, then all Israel would have to go to hell because God, through the prophet, God told them to go to war. Come on. And kill those people. Who? The men, women, children. We just read it here the other night. So they were not murdering them, they were killing them. Somebody say amen.
Or you swat a mosquito.
So what?
Or if you swat a mosquito.
Okay, so go ahead and read that.
You said about reading a couple of verses before that. This is Isaiah chapter 65. And verses 17 and 18, I'll read that first. It says, for behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I
Okay,
create.
now I want to stop here. You're talking about the 1,000 years of millennium. And that in the land, so it says the former will not be remembered anymore. The former. How many of you know all the hurts of this life, all the pain, or maybe the loved ones that you lost and did not make it to heaven? It won't be remembered. It won't be remembered. Thank God that God can erase pain from our minds. Somebody say amen. Because if we go to heaven, there's no more pain, there's no more sorrow, there's no more tears, no more heartache, no more sickness. Go on, talk here. So all we can do is talk to them and do the best we can. Pray for them. Somebody say amen. But if they choose to go that wicked way, that's their choice. Somebody say amen.
Yep.
Amen.
Go ahead. Anybody getting anything out of this?
Verse 18, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing and her people a joy. And then I was going to jump to verse 24. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord.
And there's another verse in it says where the child, the baby, will play up on a coppertail's hole. You know, it's up on a poison, like a scorpion's hole. You don't have to worry about it. Isn't that what we want? Somebody say amen. Okay. Somebody say amen. Amen. Sister Sue, you got something to say down there?
I was just listening to her.
Yeah, she's preaching. She got ready to shout. Got something you want to say? Sister Joan, anybody? Amen. What is the Spirit? Talk to me. Somebody tell me what a Spirit is.
Spirit is an eternal being.
Eternal being.
Never
Raise your
died.
hand up like this. Raise your hand up, right hand up, and say, I am eternal being.
I
I am
am
eternal being.
I'm living now,
I'm living now,
and I will live forever.
and I will live
I'm
forever,
either in heaven
either in
or
heaven
hell.
Or
or hell.
Choice is mine.
Choice is mine.
So say amen.
Amen.
A prophet just called me today, and he was talking and so forth. And I said, I can't get away from what I'm preaching and teaching on. Preparing people for what's coming. Not only the hell is coming, but also preparing them for heaven or hell. Somebody say that. I said, I don't necessarily always want to preach or teach on it. But how many of you know, like I said, if the Lord will come right now, very few people is going to heaven. Somebody say that. Very few people is going to go to heaven. Why? Because of the love affair. Well, why the love affair? You know, if you really love Jesus, we'll stop sinning. Can I say that? Some people say, thank God for grace. Yes, we thank God for grace. That gave us a chance to make it in. But if we need grace to sin, that means we don't have love. Can I say that? Thank God for grace. But if we really love Jesus, we won't sin. We won't use grace as an excuse to sin. We will thank God for grace and we will love Him because we don't want to hurt Him. The worst thing in my life, even before I got saved, whenever I'd beat somebody and do things wrong and so forth. After I did it, then I was sorry for doing it. But with the exception of the Lord, to hurt the Lord is just something I don't ever want to do. And to hurt my wife. You know what I'm talking about? Come on.
But you gotta realize that is in the sea of forgiveness. That's over. I don't even want to remember all that.
I don't either.
Because of the suffering, the pain. I want to think the goal ahead, to go ahead and we're adopted into Him.
But if I had my life to live over again, it'd be a whole lot different. So say, man.
We can all say it.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, definitely I could say that too.
But you know what? God knew that when I was 39 years old, he got knocked on my heart's door and pulled me in. He knew that appointed hour, and he knew the things I had done and how horrible. I guess that's, can I word it this way here? He that is sin little, I don't think they love too much. But if you sin much and know that you deserve to burn in hell, Paul said, I'm the chief among what?
All sinners.
Paul said. He said, I'm the chief. Really, if Paul was sitting here today, I'd have said, Brother Paul, that's not true. You might have been there, but you met me. I have said a whole lot more what you ever even thought about it. So we say amen. So when you know what God has done for you, you don't turn around and say, grace, 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 grace. Okay, now, I can go ahead and sin and still make it to heaven. I don't want to. I don't want to hurt my wife. How many know if you really love somebody, you do everything you can to keep from hurting them? Okay? Am I making any sense?
Amen. Amen.
I mean, I made a joke with her when she came in here a while ago, and something about, I guess before we come. She said, are you eating? I said, no, I'm not eating tonight. And I said, after I said, no, I said, I guess I'll eat. I said, but you're not eating tonight, I'll go ahead and eat. Do you know if a man could do that to his wife? Sit down and eat a meal while she didn't eat a meal? And I've met people like that. On the wings of eagles, and I love my Jewish brothers, but an old Jewish man, he's being airlifted and so forth, and he's coming to Israel, but he's leaving his wife and kids in the country where he's coming from. My wife and I was watching, and she said to me, she said, how can he do that? I said, I don't know. How can a man leave his wife and kids in a place of persecution like that, and he himself go? How can a man leave his kids and so forth?
He loves himself more.
Very good, but say that again.
He loves himself more.
Yeah,
Maybe he wants them to suffer,
but he don't want to.
but he doesn't. You know, I know, it's not me, but I know of women, more than one woman. Well, no, I know of one woman that her husband makes her eat when he comes home late and he eats a full meal late, and she has to sit down and eat with him.
Mercy.
She must sit down and eat the same thing as he is eating.
Or he'll argue with her.
Do you know what that
And
is?
even though it's controlling, it's giving her problems, starting to give her health problems now, he still demands it. So what's that? You tell me.
That's the spirit of pride. The spirit of
Control.
manipulation.
That's,
How would
That's the
pride
spirit
get,
of control.
how would pride get into that?
Well, because this right here, pride does this. You've got to humble yourself before me. I'm your boss. And what I tell you to you do because I tell you to do. And the Bible says Sarah called Abraham Lord. It did not mean he was God, but he was the master. But some men, they want their wife to be a puppet string. I'll tell you when to squat and when not to squat. I'll tell you when to go and when not to go. Now, before I got saved, she was not allowed to leave the house unless I knew. And she had to get permission from me to leave the house. Why? She's my vessel. I'm the husband. Well, we get saved. And I won't go into the whole details of the finish this here. So I get saved. And my mother and sister came down to the house, and I was down in the woods. I had fighting chickens, fighting hogs. And I was down in the woods, and she didn't know where I was at, so Mama Dee said, it's okay, go along, I'll tell Jim later. Well, she left and went to town with them. Well, in those days there, when I wanted to drink, I would just, I'm talking way down in the woods where my chicken house was. I do this, woman! Woman! And the third time, that cellar door better be open. And when she would open that door, I tell her what I wanted to drink or what I wanted to eat, whatever I wanted. And she better get it down to me quickly. So I called 3 times. She don't answer. I'm getting mad and I'm young. And I said, I'm tired of this. I'm the sidewalk I go away. And I mean, she's going to get her with good. All of a sudden, I get there at the door, and open up the door, and the house is empty, the kids are gone. And a thought, a thought went through my mind. Did this rapture take place? Did this rapture take place? And I had like probably 500 fighting chickens, roosters crowing. And the place you could hear it miles away, them crowing. For some strange reason, which I knew was God, they all stopped crowing. There wasn't a sound in the world. It was just quiet, not even a bird chirping. Everything was real quiet. But the next door neighbor, right up, not too far from me, which I could see his house, I looked up there and I seen Chuck walking around the yard. I said, oh, thank God, the rapture didn't take place. Then it hit me. Chuck is just like I am, nothing but a drunk and nothing but a devil's up. Oh my God. I was shaking all over. And I was going down to the chicken house and I was just quivering. And I got down there to the chicken house, so I was really shaking because I knew I just missed the rapture. By that time I heard some gravel and stone moving in the driveway. My sister and them pulled in, and they pulled in, I seen her getting out, and I come flying up that sidewalk, and I screamed and said, don't you ever do that again! Don't you ever do that again! She said, what? What? I said, just don't you ever. I went down to the chicken house, and boy, I was all in tears. I was scared and stiff. But what is this here?
Got your attention.
Yeah.
You got my attention.
The way he said he was scared.